Hello, hello. Oh no, I totally forgot about one more thing. Jesus. No, where is it? Oh, it's over here. I forgot about a thing that I need to do so that I have my hands. Wait a moment, wait a moment. Yes, very good. Oh boy. Oh, no, I'm already recording. Sorry. Hello, this is Jake Light, gaming lawyer at your service. We're once again back for another Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It has been a while, hopefully not too long. So we're going to be continuing Trials and Tribulations on the third episode, right? It has been a while. Like after 2 weeks time, I haven't played this game, so forgive me. I forgot certain things, but I do recall we started episode 3. I think it's called Recipe for Turnabout or something, and then we did the investigation. We did a lot of French accent. Probably we'll still do some more French accent. But we're done for the first part of the investigations. Now we're on to the trial, and perhaps with a little bit more of investigation afterwards. That's usually how it goes. We do trial, first part of trial, then there's most likely going to be more things to fight, to investigate. Depending on how long we have, we will finish. We might be able to finish the second part of the investigation. But yeah, without further ado, I would say let's just jump right into the game. All right, let's just jump right in. All right, yes, Recipe for Turnabout. January 7th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Oh no, how do I do a voice? I don't remember. Well, let's just ease into it. Let's ease into it. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? He was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie. Oh, Maggie. Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you? Yes. You better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent. You hear? If you screw up, I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think it's serious, but also I don't think that's a thing you can actually do. Why do you want to arrest me? I mean, I might be bad at my job, but there's nothing illegal about it. Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right? Yup. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. Well, like always. Gumshoe, like always. If something I say doesn't match with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? it's like admitting I'll make mistakes as a police officer. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? Alright. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it's looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. It's never gonna be smooth. If it's smooth, it's not an Ace Attorney game. 27, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, Godot's voice. How do I do his voice again? Oh, bitte. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, what's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You was talking to me." It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Gortot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Tride, whether you're fake or real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. And I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you have studied law or not. Well, the thing about this, you know, this doesn't seem to be a normal court, normal legal system, you know. That's what I intend to find out. I don't really think you can, you know, study the legal system where everything is bonkers. Everything goes, I would say. Like, there's nothing like, oh, you can't do this. If you do this, then trial will be considered a mistrial, or you can't admit this evidence if you do it in this way. But no, you can just do whatever you like in this one, as long as, you know, it works for you in your case or something. There's no denying it. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. Maybe because of your spiky hair, right? Maybe? As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Well, I wouldn't say irrelevant. I would also say, yeah, if you, because the defendant, because the accused was not represented by a actual lawyer, whatever has been presented should be discarded. Everything should be start fresh again. Even the judge, I feel like even the judge should be changed and all that, so then, you know, it's not biased or anything. But who knows? Who knows what this this is not a real life court. You know, anything goes. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Gortot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation Dick Gumshoe. That's reverse, you know. Other way around, Detective. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case now. I hope Gunshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elk. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Yeah, so died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. Do I understand what that means? I probably don't know. Maybe it's significant. I don't know. I totally don't remember the evidences I have. Okay, we have a scooter written by my phony. I don't know why this is important. We have Gene's loan contract, which shows that he owes a lot of money. And there's this lunch that is disgusting, but it's expensive but disgusting, from restaurant. And we have a job listing which was owned by the old man that kept visiting the restaurant. We have the sports paper that was left by the victim, and some handwriting on it, and some doodles on it, which seems to indicate some sort of band called MC Bomber, as well as the little doodle about what do you call? A little doodle of Master Mask and a bomb. I don't know what that means. And we have a newspaper clipping of me who said I was trialed and my client was found guilty. And okay, I guess I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused. Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were two other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, the owner and chef. And a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. Yes, that seems all good. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Well, we have the floor plan now. At the very least, that's something new. Let me take a look at that as well. We have the kitchen. We have that place where the person died. We have 4 tables, the entrance. Okay. Let me see. Alright, let's continue. Come, detective, take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Oh, yes, sir. Right, our first testimony. Okay. Let's see what he's gonna say. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elk, was listening to a radio at the time with his Dragon Ball Vegeta scouter. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup, and what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. How do you know? And it looks like Mr. Bird might have, well, some kind of motive. It's not really a good testimony, you know. All wishy-washy. using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. Wait, does potassium actually have a taste or something? I don't know. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time, alright? Is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me. Alright. I actually don't know how that person, that impersonator, comes into this case. Probably after the trial. After the trial, then he will come in. Because nobody here right now is the suspect. I guess maybe perhaps our chef, but yeah, I don't think he killed anyone. So the victim was alone at his table. I guess we'll press everything and see. Can I stop you for just a minute? Oh, what is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true. He's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she say. What killer wouldn't say that when faced with homicide conviction? Hey. Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. There are two testimonies tied up on that. They both say there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? If you give me the option, I'll press it harder. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Ha! That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations. Trite. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to the Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. I'm so cool for saying that. That's very cringe, you know. That's very cringe. This is a photograph taken from the near entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime, how, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Ugh! Well, I'm sure that picture has something important. Can we see it? No, we can't see it yet. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Okay, now we have it. So what's so suspicious about this table, though? Is there anything suspicious about this table? From this view? I don't know, actually. I'm photo of the scene taken from near the kitchen. Well, I guess maybe it's not relevant right now. Maybe it will be relevant later. Anyways, we understand the guy, Glenn L, was listening to the radio at the time. I'll just press this. I don't know. Whether it's important or not, we'll just press it. He was listening to his radios, you say. Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yeah, why not? Give me all the evidence. What was in that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. Isn't going very well, is it?
Detective, would you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
Alright, so pressing that was useless, I think. There's poison found in his coffee. What we found was potassium cyanide. Itself really packs a punch. Okay. Potassium cyanide. I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe?
It's well, that stuff's lethal. It's too much at your history.
How much is too much?
A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off.
Is it? Oh, I didn't know. I mean, I know about cyanide, but I don't know. Potassium cyanide? Is it the same thing? 0.2 grams? How much is that?
You know where you swap your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much.
Well, why do you need to provide such an analogy? Couldn't you use something less... less disgusting? Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of.
Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere.
Indeed. What motive are you talking about? What could possibly Miss Bird have motive to kill our victim? Some kind of motive?
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown away out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another. Oh, I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we chuck you out. Oh. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe.
She was, they say she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. It's what we heard yesterday too.
It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yeah, just press it. It's free. It doesn't give me a penalty, so let's do it. Wow. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client.
Ha! I have here in my head the very ticket in question. That's a $500,000 lottery ticket.
I thought the judge has heard everything. Apparently not. This ticket is new to him, apparently.
All of the female police officer found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant.
Bum bum bum. Well, you know, that's kind of still not really a direct evidence, decisive evidence, or however you want to call it. It's circumstantial, yes. But it doesn't, I would say, I don't know, for me, a decisive evidence would be literally our client, our defendant. Someone saw her putting poison into, or administrating poison to our victim. I think that's the thing, I would say, for me, when it comes to decisive evidence. But I do, of course, you know, in Ace Attorney legal system, the standard of proof is like, yeah, as long as, you know, you show it's possible, you can get the defendant, the accused, uh, sentenced to guilty with just circumstantial evidence, even though it's not that that substantial, that significant, right? If I was I don't know, Phoenix Wright, I probably would have said like, you know, it's possible, you know, someone might have planted a ticket. How can we be so sure she stole it? Just because it's on her body, right? Also, who it again, like, if you want to kill someone, why are you still in the scene, and why did you put yourself in a situation that, you know, you can't get away from it? You are so sneaky with poisoning the victim, killing him, you know, using a very lethal poison that it doesn't require a lot of amount, but instead, you know, you stay in a scene, expose yourself to witnesses and all that. Not only that, you also faint for some reason, you know, killing someone and then fainting right at the spot. I don't know. I feel like a premeditated murder would be a bit more prepared than that, you know. Killing someone and then having the evidence of like motive on your body. I don't know. Does it sound logical at all? No. But of course, this game, they don't let you argue in that way. You have to go to ridiculous lengths to go about disproving all this stuff. Anyways. What?
Order! Order! Ha! She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately.
I'd better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. Is he the judge also wants the lottery ticket or something? Winning ticket for $500,000 found during a body search of Maggie. Is there like fingerprints on it or something? Probably not.
The ticket was presented to the court in a previous trial too.
Oh, is it? Then why are you so surprised?
It feels heavier now, somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor.
That's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. You really think there are any contradictions in this testimony? To be honest, I don't know. The gumshoe told us out in the lobby. He said we'd be forming a united front, right? How will we win the case if he doesn't throw us a line? I don't have a lot of options right now. The best I can do is gather the facts together, I guess. Well, there's one statement I haven't... One or two statements I haven't pressed, is it? I understand that guy was listening to radio. I think this one. I was listening to his radio, you say?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna press this. Yeah, I already pressed. So that's useless. And we have this. I think we haven't pressed this one. So, traces of the poison were found in a coffee cup and nowhere else.
Not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder?
If I had to put it in layman's terms, I say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite? The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Let's just press it. That's everything. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of the coffee?
Oh, what do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. What proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Well, I mean, evidence is dead.
In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there. Or, for me. Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again?
This. Oh no. Should I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Ouch.
Now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him, like this. No. It was very sudden. Very sudden gulping of coffee. For record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and defendants.
I see. It has potassium cyanide and also victim detergent. Alright. It doesn't mean, you have to hold the cup to put the poison in it,
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found certain chemical substance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I was supposed to just press everything.
That's enough. The facts of this case seemed overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which he is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime.
Oh, Soshi, welcome. Thank you for being the first, although I don't know why it didn't ring anything. Hey, sure, Lucky, new model looks cute. Hey, thank you. Yeah, thank you. It is intentionally made to look cute. But yes, I'm also going to, just in case, just door base. Alright.
Furthermore,
wait, did I say this? I don't know.
I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, I might be tempted to bend the rules.
I feel like this ticket, probably should be given to the estate of the victim or something, not just like me. I guess maybe I actually don't know. In terms of like how long can you keep evidence until you can release it back to appropriate owners or something. I don't think maybe after the case has been done, or perhaps if we're talking about this particular ticket, but we don't even need the original one unless there's something on it, like fingerprint or some other material, important to the case for investigation. They can literally just either take a picture or photograph it, make a photocopy of it, and just give the original back to the, of course not the victim. The victim's dead. Maybe the victim has a family, parents, children or something. You can give them to them. though legally speaking, the best person to give this ticket to would be someone that is responsible for the estates or of the victim. Either a lawyer has been appointed to do it, or someone, if the person has a will. Anyways, a very it's not important. Let's just continue. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. It's got more evidence against Maggie. This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. It's blood. Is that blood? Coffee? That stain looks like it can't be blood, can it? It seems the star of our play was a little flustered and somehow spilled coffee on herself. Coffee? It's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. Okay, the pocket, not the blood. A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. A potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Yeah, that I would say that's a very decisive evidence. If there's like fingerprints on the bottle of the supposedly, I guess can say it's the murder weapon. Order, order, order. The court will accept these items into evidence. There's a small pocket, but big stains. Also, we're not going to talk about the big red stains. Deadly powdery poison bears Maggie fingerprints found in her apron pocket. Seems like a lot of things are found in her on her body. Hey, hello, Sora. Objection. Yes. Welcome. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why haven't you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Yes, why? Are you going to just say, no, it's not bloodstain? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. A blood-colored stain that smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about the bloodstain. What? You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking some on their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again, and I'll have you drink 7 cups of ketchup, witness. Oh no. Oh no. Actually, who likes tomato juice? I don't understand the concept of drinking tomato juice. It's literally... of course, not drinking ketchup, tomato sauce. Still, it's like... Yeah, that it's a thing. I understand this thing, but why? There's like vegetable juice drinks. I believe there's something like what do you call? There's cucumber juice as well, as a drink. There's celery is used to make juice as well, like a mixed vegetable juice thing. I've tried some of them. They taste horrible. I mean, maybe they might be healthy, but I would rather just eat them rather than drink them. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all. Ugh, you really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Okay, let's do that. Alright. I suddenly forget how Gumshoe's voice is like. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from shock. It must be real tough for her, but she passed out quite elegantly. The victim didn't have any identification on him. Like he didn't have any wallet. We figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. That is probably a very important detail. You're like just brushing it off. When Maggie was searched, we found a lottery and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You've identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Okay. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Wow, I'm gonna beat him up. Why do a lot of people like Godot? I don't understand. I have no idea what's lovable of him. Is it just because he looks cool or something and he drinks coffee? I don't know. Everyone drinks coffee, so everyone likes him or something? Makes no sense to me. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Okay. So let's see. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. So that's like around the time the person died, right? We have the autopsy report, which says 1:30 to 2:30. Okay. We don't know the exact time he died. That's a pretty huge gap though. 1 hour. Between that 1 hour, and supposedly there is another customer. There's another customer that, how do you say, was sitting over there. And this customer just so happened not to see anyone besides the victim and the accused, and has not didn't see the waitress falling down, didn't hear anything, the victim doing anything, like maybe suddenly falling on top of the table. I don't know, there's a lot of like unexplained stuff, you know. A lot of things unexplained. Poor Maggie had passed out from shock. It must be real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. Yeah, I'm gonna press this one. You didn't have any. Are you saying that it was stolen then?
No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet.
What? Okay. 58 cents?
Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Oof.
Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? Okay, I guess that's like a way to think about that or look at it. I think I'm onto something here. Really? Is there something?
You figure out who he was pretty quick, and that investigation went smoothly.
Okay, so maybe we need to either present something on the previous statement or this statement. I don't know. Wait a sec.
Oh, did I say something dumb again?
No. Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this call. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, that.
He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going.
It was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenn Elk visited his doctor before he went to Tribune. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court.
What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Ask about his health insurance or why? Let's ask about the prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty. Victim got this from doctor. People going to Tribune. The bag is empty.
Huh.
What's so funny?
You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate, are you? Tried.
If I drank coffee as well, I would throw it at you too.
Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective?
Right, so... How... Where did they didn't find anything but... except for that prescription bag, is it? I guess. When Maggie was searched, he found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. Was it? There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Is there really nothing else? Should I maybe present the sports paper, perhaps? I think this is like the best spot to do this, but we'll see. Let me make sure I'm not doing something dumb. Right? Waste everyone's time. By wasting everyone's time looking through a walkthrough. But my guess is that, you know, they said they didn't find anything else, so, but we have found this newspaper though. Okay, apparently not. I was wrong. Oh, okay, so apparently it's not a sports paper. It's literally the thing that we just got. Apparently. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony.
Oh, finally. I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you?
Oh no. It sounds pretty sus, the way you say it. You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribune. Where then did the medicine disappear to?
You're too cool, pal. Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in a previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh?
He's glad he made mistakes, okay? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. That's very logical. It's reasonable assumption.
Oh, order! Well, Mr. Goddard, what do you have to say to that?
That's all. What?
Read for the court name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will.
What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngological? Otolaryngological? I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm actually curious now. Otolaryngologist. Otolaryngologist. Pronunciation. Can Google just tell me how it's pronounced? Wait, no, that's Swahili. Why? Otolaryngologist. Otolaryngologist. Okay. Otolaryngologist is supposed to mean a doctor who has special training in diagnosing and treating diseases of the ear, nose, and throat. Oh, okay.
Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Goddard?
Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say.
A war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. L found himself in a fight. Oh, with who? He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum?
And what on earth was the prescription he was given?
It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? Well, that contradiction or that assumption has gone down the drain. It's mentioned in the autopsy print. If you read the fine print, they found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Stupid, Phoenix. Why didn't you read the entire autopsy?
Yes, here it is. In very, very fine print.
Like what? Font size 6?
It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribune. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication.
Ugh.
It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
No. Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll be over. She's right. I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? I feel like I should push it. Let me see. Maybe? This is... Let's just do it. Let's just push it. I mean, I have the extra health. Only moments ago, Mr. Goddard made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was medication not found at the scene of the crime? Yeah, I mean, that's all still the question. Why is it not in the medicine bag?
The medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. Well, I guess, but also... it's not really the... I wouldn't say it's job of the lawyers to pursue the truth. More like just poking holes at the prosecution's case. I would say I have never been a defense lawyer, but my guess would be that we don't have to like do what Phoenix Wright do, literally go to crime scenes and investigate. We just need to look at whatever we can do, you know, and how do you say, look closely to the evidence of what the prosecution has prepared. Our client has, perhaps, you know, to see if there's any contradictions, see if there's any plot holes, I guess, gaps, inconsistencies, irregularities. We don't have to actually know the truth of the matter. If we don't know, that's fine, because that means prosecution has fully proven their case. So if they can't, you know, rebut whatever we have like pointed out, and it shows that it's not good enough, that whatever evidence they have, and with that, you know, essentially they will not be able to point will not be able to prove their case to the standard that is mostly beyond a reasonable doubt, I believe. Yeah, beyond a reasonable doubt, which is very high, a very high standard of proof.
Objection.
You know as well as I do that medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either, but it did. The possibility is undeniable. Ugh. That's enough. Mr. Goddard, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Goddard? I got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there at the restaurant the day of the murder.
Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater. The pigeon hater.
Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial. But that is something that bothers me.
Yay, good job, Nick.
Yes.
We can continue leaving for a few more minutes.
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Huh. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court Court is adjourned for recess.
Yeah. Okay, I think this is a good time for me to hydrate as well. Let me hydrate. Okay, let me hydrate. So far so good. It's not too complicated. We'll see. But I would say that, we still have quite a bit left. January 7th, 11:03 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Phew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. I got a cup of hot coffee thrown at me. I would probably die if it's like boiling hot. Maybe, I don't know. Would you die from a boiling? Nah, I don't think so. Unless you're very sensitive or fragile skin or something. I don't know. Or pain. I don't know. People do die from pain itself, I think. I don't know. It's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. He totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was back into the corner. Also, he was just doing his job. Right? He can't lie or anything, or how do you say, hide evidence. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? Yeah, Phoenix. It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. It really hurts this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Oh no. Oh, Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. If he hates pigeons, why does he use bird seeds as ammo against them? It seems counterintuitive. January 7th, 11:15 a.m. Oh yeah, they just took like what, 6 minutes break or something? It's like really short for some reason. Like what does actually do? Normally courts will take breaks like at very least 30 minutes or an hour. And usually lunchtime when they do take a break. Jake, how are the things at the firm today? Hey Porcy, welcome. And also been watching me for 3 times. I'm guessing it's morning, so hope you have a good morning. Hope you are as well, and is Aura and have your breakfast. But yes, I'm doing good. How do you say? Focused? Maybe not. I'm focused. I have the energy to do this Ace Attorney stream. But anyways, yeah, let's continue.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Corot, your next witness, please.
The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Oh no, I shouldn't be doing his voice in a way that kills my throat, so let's see how. Name and occupation, if you don't mind.
The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too.
We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation.
My occupation? God, listen, youngin, how much coal do you think there is for kimono embroidery here?
Kimono embroidery? Oh, I said exactly the same thing as Phoenix.
That's what I do, or did. Back in Japan, I embroidered family crests on kimonos.
Yeah, so when this is in Ace Attorney land, it's not Japan. And I don't think it's in the United States as well. People have been saying it's like California, Japan or something. I don't know. Like it's a mix of Japan and California legal system. But I doubt it's a mix. It's just ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous thing. But I do know that, actually I've heard this a lot, but I don't know if it's true that Japan's is like a guilty until proven kind of thing, rather than it's other way. But it seems like it's true that Japan's conviction rate is like almost 100%, which is very, very alarming when you think about it. Why is it almost 100% conviction rate though? Right? A short article here says Human Rights Watch conducted extensive research in 8 prefectures, interviewing 30 people undergoing or having experienced criminal interrogation and persecution, as well as speaking to lawyers. Japan's conviction rate is 99.8%. But yeah, you are. Yeah, apparently if you get caught, if you are arrested for something, you're considered guilty until you're proven innocent, which is very weird. I don't know why such a system is like that. Perhaps, it's cultural thing. 100% conviction rate is wild. Yes, it's very wild. Perhaps, that's why there's like a really low crime rate. I don't know. Over there. But yeah, I will try to find some time to read about it. But there's quite a bit of article, videos talking about why Japan has such a system. Indeed, I would say it's a very uncommon legal system, because most other ones like Commonwealth systems where Malaysia has. It's the opposite. Most court legal systems, criminal systems, it's always you're innocent until you're proven guilty, because you need. How can you be guilty when you're caught doing something, or you're suspected of doing some criminal activity, right? So that's very weird for me, in the sense that it's not how I was taught in law school.
My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
So yeah, in a sense, it's slightly accurate in Ace Attorney land that when you get accused of murder, you're the one who has to prove that the defendant's lawyer has to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt. Like I feel like that's the case. The lawyer has to prove, the defendant lawyer has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that our client is innocent, rather than the other way. So the prosecution's job is way easier over there, apparently. Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Same in Canada. Yeah, I would say same in the most entire world. Hey, maybe you should embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working that cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile.
That burger joint would have been better off putting him in a kitchen.
Now then, witness, were you in a restaurant at the time of the incident?
I'll try to be on my best behavior if it's Japan. Nah, I don't think. At the very least, positive side is that they aren't like they aren't the police at the very least. The police isn't like well, the best example would be, you know, they are not like American police, okay? They're not like the American police where they can just arrest you or, you know, just kill you on the spot. I don't know. Maybe it's news exaggerated the police brutality. Maybe it doesn't. It's really like that. But yeah, at the very least in Japan, I don't hear anything about police abusing their power. Right? Either the police or the prosecution abusing their powers, just arresting whoever they don't like. I don't know about in terms of freedom of speech though. I'm not exactly, you know, I don't follow Japanese politics and all that, but you know, I maybe they do use police to, you know, arrest, protest or something. That could be, and if you get arrested and you're charged for a crime, and that probably is going to be very unfair, you know, if you do get convicted. But yeah.
Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino.
Seeds?
What do you think these are, huh?
I see.
So, you saw everything that happened, Gramps?
Did I? Oh yes, I did. I saw it all.
And please tell the court, we're all ears.
Sure. I'll tell you every last detail.
He's really getting into this. I think, you know, this is just my theory. I think none of the witnesses that say that they only saw two people actually saw anyone. Perhaps maybe they are lying, because how could you not see another person in a restaurant, right? So that's my theory, that this, you know, customer didn't see the third person is because he's just oogling at the waitress while the chef and the owner, Gene Armstrong, perhaps did see the third person. I feel like he probably did see the third person, but he's lying. He's lying to say he didn't see a third person. I don't know. That's I played this game before, but I don't remember if I finished this one before. Actually, yeah, my memory of the third game is like very, very rough, because I didn't play this the first time. My first Ace Attorney game was the one, oh no, what is it called again? It's the fourth game where where the protagonist is not Phoenix Wright. It's someone else. I can't remember my first Ace Attorney game. Apollo Justice. Yeah, Apollo Justice. That was my first game. Then when I played Apollo Justice, then I like, oh, this game is really fun. I saw that, oh, there's others. This is the fourth game. There's 1, 2, 3. I played 1, 2, 3. But I don't think I finished the third because I was too dumb or something. Or I was busy with studying. I'm not certain. But I don't think I finished it. Maybe I did. But I have no memory of it. Then after that, for some reason, I still continue playing Ace Attorney when the fifth one came out, which I also don't remember what the name of the fifth one is. The fifth one is very good. Dual Destinies. I played that one. It's very good. I recall playing it on my 3DS. My 3DS XL or something. Well, rest in peace. Because I managed to play a few games, but I spent hundreds of hours in that portable console. But yeah, after playing those games, I didn't touch it. And when I try to see, if it works, if the thing still works, no, unfortunately, it doesn't work anymore. Apparently, the battery or something, I think it leaked out. Was not working or something. It just didn't turn on. It's like, oh boy, this thing isn't cheap as well. It just broke. Oh wells. No. Anyways, it did bring me a lot of memories. I like it. Playing on the 3DS. I played 4 or 5 games in there, but each game I think I spent a lot of time in them. I played the Ace Attorney. I also played Monster Hunter. My first Monster Hunter game was inside there. There was also a game that's like a Capcom game, but Capcom RPG game where it has all this fighting characters, beat 'em up characters, all in one game, and it's like an RPG, an action RPG, or it's more like a turn-based RPG, where it has like Resident Evil characters, Street Fighter characters, and RPG characters. I think Tales characters were inside there as well. I forgot what's it called, but it was a really fun game. It's a really fun concept, very flashy. I like it a lot. That doesn't make sense. It's like a multiverse Capcom game. Yeah, I guess I can explain it. Anyways, I got very distracted. I shouldn't be talking about that random stuff like this. Anyway, let's continue.
A young man was reading the SWAT paper.
Okay.
A serving girl brought him a cappuccino. She put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and it collapsed. It's a serving girl, right? In the defender's chair. I remember her well.
He's lying through his teeth. Or through his nose. Or his chin.
Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress.
Gah, you're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with old-fashioned words, huh?
Newfangled? I'm way older than you. I'm probably hundreds of years old because there's no other judge at all, except for that one.
Yeah, there was like one other judge that we saw last session, and pretty much it's just this, just him though, just this judge, this bald judge, and the only other different judge we've seen perhaps maybe in the newer games. I don't know. There's like quite a bit of like speculation of who the judge is, but most point out saying that he's actually immortal because no matter how many years goes by, he still is here, and he's always even in the newer games he remembers Phoenix, right? So even decades pass, or not really decades, maybe at the very least several years has passed, 10 years or something, still the same judge, and judge still recognizes Phoenix, right?
All this talk about radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you.
Excuse me.
Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away.
Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, the box, I guess the box that contains the seeds that this old guy is holding, looks like those boxes that you put natto in it. Yeah, it looks like a natto instead of like some normal box. Let me actually look into this. Natto box, is that a thing? Natto wooden box. Yeah, it looks like a one or two wooden box. I don't know. Is it actually a thing? I see it in animes. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, don't know. Reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a cappuccino. She put something in it. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
Victor Kudo never make mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I.
I see.
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a fake waitress.
I saw what the serving girl put into that cappuccino as well.
I bet I knew what's coming up, then something tells me I'm not going to like it.
Press harder.
Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask what the witness what he knows about this to his testimony.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please?
Sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
White powder? Is this a white powder? I don't know. Just press it. Let's just press it again. Did she really put that into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy? She took out some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in.
Couldn't she have been adding sugar?
Sugar? In a small brown bottle like that?
Like
that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms?
Ha! A bottle like this, perhaps?
Oh, that is? That's the one.
That's a bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume.
So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? I feel like Kudo is blatantly lying as well in this one. Took one sip, looked like he was in terrible pain, then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there in the defense chair. I remember her well. I'm gonna press it. You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by?
Particular features? It's a disgrace. That's what it is.
Sorry?
You can see all the way up to her. You know, she's practically naked in that uniform.
So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone could wear such an uniform, even me.
Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image.
Well, I don't know. Can Phoenix Wright pull off a maid outfit?
Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together.
I guess I got a bit carried away.
Other things I recognize about her too.
He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? That's harder, of course. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. What matters is whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Quite right. Mr. Kudo, is other features that you recognize about the defendant? I would ask you to add them to your testimony.
Sure.
Ribbon in her hair and her apron straps were loose? Ribbon? Is this important? Should I press this one? Or should I just present something? Let me check. Press fourth statement. We went to press on that statement. Oh, press the statement. Okay. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face.
As if I would remember that.
The witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face.
That's right. I can't even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red.
So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight.
There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get a feeling there's something more to this somehow. Ask about the waitress's back? Ask about the waitress's back? I guess that sounds very specific. Identifying features you describe are all things you would see from the back. Oh yeah. That's actually correct. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection!
He's got you there, Gramps.
People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But his witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. Is that like a phrase?
This is harassment. I'll tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Intron, welcome. It's rare to see you at this hour. Graham was checking her out. Yes, this Graham here is a all-time pervert. Okay, it has been established last session as well, actually.
Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony.
Sure.
This man's testimony is getting longer and longer. Yes, if I can't find a hole in it soon, it will get longer, I bet. Nothing caught. Are you sure? I mean, she wears glasses, you know. Oh yeah, but the apron. I thought this apron was only dirty when she fell down. I guess not. It's always been like that? Oh well. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this.
That filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of my grandson looks like just after he's done eating.
Have you ever seen this before?
Of course I haven't. You think I forget something as dirty as that? Now you have waited plot. What is it? Ever since I said you have waited plot, it's been eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. This is like what the reaction from that character in Genshin Impact, Venti, like tee or something. Wait, is it tee or te or something? I can't remember, but there's something like that. It's being cute. God damn, old man. Trying to. It's impossible to cute your way out of this.
Witness, you can't just oops your way out of this.
Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Trite, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant.
That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird.
Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the cup of coffee, this old guy was watching.
I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing.
Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
You can't rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted.
He can't remember? Probably like he messed up so many times, he's blocking it out. Oh no.
Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
Okay. Round 2, apparently. Also, what makes it possible for a person's nose to become like that? Is it like a condition, or if you ask me, it looks like a pimple. A really, really big pimple that is growing on his entire nose, which is probably concerning. You need to see a doctor about it. Clownitis. I actually did not think about that. Yeah, you may be onto something.
Right. He was another of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. Had a newspaper in his right hand, and a noisy breath kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. The serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail.
Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? Well, it's actually one, at least in law school, I don't know. It's something I learned is that the most basic way to discredit a witness is to question their memory and make them doubt what they remember. I think that's like a common tactic for any lawyer to use. I suppose, but it's what I do best. Yes, I do best at bullying old people. He was another Proto spectacular wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and noisy breath kept rustling his pages. I'll just press this, I don't know. Maybe it's important. Newspaper was a sports paper, was it?
Young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting, How was I supposed to be able to read the back page without rustling going on? I didn't find out if Guts Broad retained his championship title.
It was his paper, not yours. If you want to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own?
What are you looking at me like that for? Ow, ow.
Hudson Brown got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. Alright, that was not important. Wireless, remember that. Well, okay. The wireless.
This decadent young rascal. In my day, was one of the other. Read the paper, or listen to the wireless.
Oh boy.
Using an earpiece, it's selfish. That's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it.
Was he that desperate to listen to the radio?
Why you look at me like that for? How do you feel sorry for you?
Ow, ow. I will sue you for assault. Then the Richard picked up a cup with his free hand and took a sip. Something's sus with this. Maybe it's let me check this. I know that. Is there something contradictory about this? Seems too specific. His free hand.
Yes.
Which hand was that? Most people read the paper with both hands. Indeed, right? I would say most newspapers are pretty huge, right? I don't know in other countries, but the newspapers in our country is pretty big. It's like the page is the size of your torso. Yeah, the one page, one entire page is the size of your torso. Let me check. I mean, this is a newspaper. I can see why maybe you can just hold it in one hand, but you can't really read a lot of things with just one hand unless you're like reading a stub or something. So the old man started saying that he was holding the paper with his right, so he might slip up. Yeah. I'm guessing it's going to be something about left or right hands.
What you listening before? Cloth ears. I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? His free hand was in his right hand.
Okay. Ow. But from the picture, we can see that I don't know. I can't really tell whether in this picture he hold the cup in his right hand or left hand. I don't think maybe this is not the evidence to contradict it or anything like that. Huh. Perhaps the great Mr. Trite has 3 hands. Yeesh. I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. I'll see the hand which would point to his right. Perhaps. The whole point of this concept explanation is to establish just one thing. So belies memory. Okay, this that was the last statement. So my guess would be that one. We need to poke at this. Free hand and took a sip. That coffee cup. Oh wait, we have a coffee. How can a coffee cup? Oh, so okay. The coffee stain on the cup can tell usually how a person would hold the thing, I guess. Yeah. If you're holding it with your right hand, it would be how that coffee stain would be, right? Yeah. If you're holding it on the left hand, the coffee stain on the cup won't be shown in the picture. Alright, so okay, that makes sense. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? This was a way of testing the credibility of your memory. Though I would say this kind of detail, I don't know. Even if someone who has incredible memory, or maybe average, I wouldn't say, yeah. Normally when we test the standard of how good a person's memory is, we just consider the reasonable man test or something. So we would just be like, would a normal person, would an average person remember this kind of detail or not, this kind of thing or not? I don't know. I feel like it's possible to make a mistake when it comes to whether a person's drinking from left hand, with their left hand or right hand, picking up a cup with their left hand or right hand. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Depends on how you argue it, I guess.
I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory. I tell you, nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat the seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Care to tell us where this is going, Trite? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
What is this? Kindergarten?
But I would like the court to please take a look at this.
That's the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes. And on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips.
Yes, there is a stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where that stain is, you clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. Well, to be the, I guess, I don't know, devil's advocate, you can't technically hold the cup with your left hand in a very weird way and then drink it and still have that stain on it. I don't know. I can't show it with my model, right? Can I? Well, kind of. Assuming this is my left hand. Well, it's tracking my right hand, but my model is showing my left hand. I can hold the cup away. My hand would be facing. My palm would be facing me. And then I would be like, yeah, I can. It's possible. But yeah, it's not normal. it's not normal. The victim was holding the cup in his right hand.
But how?
Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you eat those seeds and sing the fusion song.
Ah!
Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park.
Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about the dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony?
The young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Yes, no questioning. I'm a good law-abiding citizen. I am. That young hot body and you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault.
Who, me?
Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already.
Don't call me old man. Been around for 68 years. I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say.
Okay. Damn.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but...
Sure. Why not hear a little more?
Mr. Gordot.
But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor.
This old man is very, very prideful.
Boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. He used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand.
Okay.
We know that the victim was wearing an unusual moniker over his left eye.
It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It's a scouter to monitor power levels. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers.
A monitor? You mean like a television screen?
The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in a victim's line of work.
HDTV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. They don't matter.
Yeah, this game existed before the time Blu-rays exist.
I know what I saw. I'm telling you the truth.
It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying.
Those are the facts, in good old black and white.
Alright. Something is amiss, perhaps. We'll find out. Wearing earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Is it? We'll just press, we'll just press. So the victim was wearing an HMD. Okay,
STD, CD, DVD, what does it matter?
There's none of them actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side?
No question. I could only see the side of his head from where I was sitting.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. Oh, he was sitting over there. From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of the side of victim's head. Kept fiddling with it all the time. It seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenn Elg.
It was getting on my nerves. Not seeing that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And he went and made all the fuss dying from one sip of Javachino. I wanted to say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just look at him, he made me suddenly smear up my seat eating. I could have choked.
So I take it the victim was walking ball of nervous energy. Okay, feeling with it just because he picked up the cup too. The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with?
You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses their left hand to get things out of your right pocket.
During emergency times, I would say. I don't know. Maybe.
Or fastens your left cuff with your right hand. When the tour guide says, on your right side, you see the famous blah blah. You're the only one who literally looks left. Well, aren't you?
No, I didn't mean.
Obviously, he used a hand on the same side of his body that earpiece was in.
Ow, 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 ow. So, if he had HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess. Is there anything from this though? No, I don't know. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. Let me check. I guess we're not supposed to press anything. And I'm gonna, I'm actually clueless what to present here. But let me press this, I don't know. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo.
It's because I know what I saw. No matter what tricks you try to play on me.
Which ear was the one he had to medicate? Yeah, actually that's what's the thing I'm trying to find out. But apparently it didn't say over here. The victim got his bag, bag is empty. Was the autopsy updated? No, yeah, there's nothing I can use to say something about the ear medication. At least for now. It looks like he really did see the guy picking the cup up with his left hand. This is a dead end. Now, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth, but even so, something's not quite right.
Chuck evidence at him until he breaks.
If he's not lying, there won't be any contradictions in his testimony, right? Let me see. Maybe it's the picture then. Picture doesn't seem to show anything about earpiece. See everything on his left. Something else contradicts this? The newspaper then? Due to left by victim. I feel like it might be something related to the newspaper, but war and HMD over left eye. Left, oh yeah, okay. Oh, over here it says left eardrum was ruptured. So, okay. Which one? Which statement then? I feel like okay, the first statement. I'm guessing it's the first statement. To press. To present this. Just to make sure, I'm gonna look at this. On any of the Kudo statements? Oh, apparently that I can contradict him with any statement, and with the profile or the prescription bag. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim.
What?
You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD.
No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
I don't think so.
What did you say?
You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Do you hear?
Is that true, Captain?
It is.
Pigeon! Pretty pigeon!
He's singing a pigeon song, eating the seeds.
Order! Order! Order!
This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when you know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot?
A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk.
Captain, are you calling me a drip?
Well, in newer modern slang, drip means totally something different.
This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows the victim picked it up with his right hand.
I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javachita with his left hand.
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. I don't know about that. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this. Sadly, Mr. Goddard, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Ugh.
I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce.
You have to be so frank. Take that, you pompous old foggy.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from there. I have the high ground.
Literally, this is what the judge is saying.
I have the high ground, Mr. Kudo. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. It is all for now. This court is adjourned.
Oh, is this? Well, yeah, it can't be the end of the first part of the trial, right? I don't know.
Wait! If we stop now, where does it leave me?
Leave you, Mr. Kudo?
Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or talk across his I's now.
How is your bad memory my fault?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do.
I've kept my mouth shut until now. There's something else the court should know.
What?
There's more.
To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark.
Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun.
Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook.
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee.
What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino if you want, if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man.
That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony.
You bet. Much quicker.
Sorry, I was saying munch because he was like munching on the seeds. I can't believe this is happening.
You better get ready, youngster.
I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? It's got to be using some sort of infinite ammo code with a box of seeds. Yes, indeed. So the guy was poisoned by somehow drinking medication that was meant for his ear. He kept playing with his ear, possibly picking up his cup with the wrong hand, dipping a finger into the coffee, poisoning himself. Maybe it sounds like that's what we're going for. Damn. Final showdown. Pretty disgusting imaginary though. Or, you know, perhaps he's a guy that likes to touch his habitually touch his lips as well. So he habitually touch his ears, but also habitually touch his lips for some reason. So he's like, yum 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 yum, and then drinks the coffee. So the poison washes down. It's not, the poison is not inside the coffee, but it's on his finger, and he's just like slaps a bit on his head. Oh boy, ads. Oh no, ads. Yeah. Sorry about ads. Yeah, 3 minutes long, but it's only 1 hour per minute. It's only 3 minutes per hour, so, you know, I guess, you know, it is what it is. But of course, you know, if you want to use ad blocking programs, extensions, or whatever, please do so. You know, don't mind me at all.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, huh?
Oh no, it's raining.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Eh? You're doubting me again? You're doubting a poor defenseless old man.
No, we are not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Did you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of. I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're bird brain. That's why that's all you can think of.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please.
Final showdown. Okay. First of all, okay, no, I already said this. I already done the thing. So we're going to... It wasn't much, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually. Stress there might be nothing. I'm not too sure myself. This is totally irrelevant first statement. Young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Japanese, you know. Nothing out of the ordinary because this is consistent. When the clumsy idiot upset the vase, he knocked it right over. He broke it, and a strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Maybe we'll just press this. I don't know. Unless there's like the picture actually contradicts this. The vase is not. It didn't fall, or unless you're just saying there's some cloth that fell. Let me see. Soaked in water, you mean?
Yes, it splashed me on me as well.
You said you were sitting at a table across the room from the victim, correct? And yet the water still managed to splash onto you.
It was cold. I clearly remember it splashing me.
Did the water really make it all the way across to the other side of the room? Yeah, it did. The vase didn't broke. He said it's broke, so I'm sure the evidence I need to present is this one. Let me see. Yeah, the crime photo. You're dead, old man. You're going down. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is here. The vase is there. Intact.
Oh?
Lost your tongue, Granddad.
I'm no granddad of yours. Object!
Ow! Ow!
Enough! If you throw any more seats in this courtroom, the cleaners...
Oh no, I missed. The cleaners will have trouble or something.
Ah! What is it now?
I just remembered something.
Yes, go on.
The broken vase. It was on my table.
What?
Ah, well, you see... It startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. It must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table?
Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
Why specifically your groin? Can't you just say your pants or something? Damn, a completely waste of time.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today.
Oh, so is that the pun?
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait, listen to me.
So, I don't know, does it? I guess it really means that the Victor Kudo just has really bad memory. He was not conspiring with the actual murderer or anything. He's just a useless witness.
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far.
The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Oh, Nick, you did it.
I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
What? One more thing, Your Honor?
The witness we just heard from is most insistent that his testimony should be of use, so he summarized it accordingly into this statement.
Okay.
You may each have a copy of it if you wish.
Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. What does really matter? Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Gotthart's.
Yes, Your Honor. Right. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. This is a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? Oh yeah, the judge doesn't even want a copy himself.
This is all. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Be continued. Wait, how long have I been streaming? 2 hours. Should I stop? Should I stop? Or I continue the investigations? Because, you know, I'm having fun. Usually at around this time, like, I'm tired because I always don't get enough sleep. But I'm all right. Maybe we can go for. But that's the thing, though. If I continue investigation part of this, it's gonna take me. I'm very certain it's gonna take me 2 hours. It's gonna take me 2 hours, perhaps. Yeah, I don't think I want to do this. So unfortunately, you know, if I gave some people a hopes up, I'm not gonna. I'm looking at the the walkthrough. It's pretty long, very long, way longer than the trial. So there's probably a lot of things I need to cover. Probably might not be just 2 hours, might go 3 hours instead. So this is gonna end up being a 4-part, a 4-part episode. Well, of this turnabout. I don't know, chapter, how you want to call it. So after this session, there's most likely going to be another 2 sessions of this one. And only then we'll finish this episode. Quite long, but it is expected since the further we are in the game, the more complicated it is. But yeah, I'm definitely certain now that I haven't really played this one. I don't remember some characters as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing this. Yeah, somehow even though I say I'm a fan of Ace Attorney, I didn't even finish the 3rd one. Okay. Did I save it? Okay, I saved it. Right, that would be it then. Thank you so much, anyone that is watching over in my VODs. Hope you enjoyed this stream. We'll be continuing on the next session. If you like what you saw, maybe consider, like, subscribe, comment. Just if you just feel like it. if you've managed to reach until this end, congratulations, you have a lot of time on your hand, and I guess, thank you for sticking around for so long. Until then, take care, stay hopeful, but be critical. Bye bye.